No, there's all kinds of good stuff going on. Fucking the alt-right is still bursting into flames, and it's hilarious. It's kind of watching them all run around and like turn around and run back and bang on the gates, and you're like, no, it's too late.
You got a message
Told
today,
you not to
didn't
go
you?
out there. I did.
Before the show, what happened, Mike?
These fags are all snitching each other. Like they're all. You can tell there's a lot of drama going on, and you can tell because I don't talk to these losers. I really don't. I've been tweeting and making fun of them, but I don't.
Right,
I'm not
you don't
tagging
have
people, and
conversations.
I'm not naming names. I'm just like, God, you alt-right people are fucking losers. So I got a DM earlier, just before the show, when we were doing prep, from Jason Kessler. Jason Kessler.
Who's been on our show twice, by the way.
Been on our show twice. He was the organizer of the Unite the Right rallies. He thinks that we're pals, and I'm like, we're not friends. Like,
Why would he think we're friends?
We've had you on the show once, twice, and then we never, ever outside of that talked.
Yeah.
What gave you that impression? I said I was nice to him, which is, again, not true.
We've never been nice to anybody.
We're fair, but we're not nice. So this is what I got today. He goes, I got out. Why do you keep attacking me? I was too busy to notice until recently. Wow, you were always so friendly to my face. He's a busy guy. Why are you laughing?
Busy doing what? Living in his mom's house? Like, what's so big?
First of all, Dad.
Dad's house. I remember he says we were nice to him. I remember at least me personally, every time we interviewed him, I would make fun of the little
CRT TV.
and the little doily behind him at the grandma's house.
You really wouldn't let go of the TV, though.
No, it was an old tube TV. It was an old tube, like Yamaha TV or something.
Yeah, like when you have an old tube TV at this point and you see how cheap a flat screen LCD is, I think the parts in the CRT TV are a gold mine compared to the cost of an LCD
You
TV.
think you're right. The copper
You can
in
strip
the
an old
coils.
CRTV. The light tubes, the fluorescent, like the little colored fluorescent, whatever that stuff is. There's a lot of goodies in an old CRT TV. So yeah, obviously, we goofed on him a little bit. We had him on, and the thing is, here's what he basically wrote: "Why do you keep attacking me? I was too busy to notice till recently. You were always so friendly to my face." Now I wrote a 1, 2, 3 paragraph response.
Well, Mike, what did you reply?
Would you like to hear my response, folks?
Everybody in the chat, do you want to hear Mike's response? Because I don't think it's going to be.
Would you like to hear what I said to Jason Kessler? Anyone? You, sir, in the back?
Sir,
Did you have an... No?
No.
Okay.
No, ma'am?
Okay, so turn your cell phones to
them
silent,
off.
please, before I read this. So here's what I wrote. I wrote, someone hasn't been paying attention then, because I've had this convo with you in the past. Somebody's been... I said, people like you and Spencer and all these other scumbags have managed to get a lot of young men put in jail. You do slimy things like talk dumbass college kids into taking permits out in their name so you can have your self-aggrandizing rallies and get your little sound bites out to the press. You're a predatory scumbag who continues to ruin people's lives. I have never been nice to you, Jason. I'm not nice to anyone. I'm fair. I was fair when we gave you a platform to talk about things being attacked last year. Because... Oh, I hate you, Twitter. Oh, I hate you, Twitter. If you click anywhere outside of the box,
yep.
It's all good. And they shut the whole inbox out.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate you, Twitter. So anyway, I wrote, yeah, it was fair when I gave you a platform to talk about things without being attacked last year, because nobody was giving people on the right any sort of platform to speak on without punching them. And I'm being fair now when I say that your drunken live streams, your low IQ sound bites, and your endangering of young men and women and with their entire lives ahead of them makes you a complete and utter shit show. And you're not above being criticized for the past 2 years of dumb and downright harmful shit you've done. Now, I'm very busy, and I generally don't have time to travel from state to state, delivering my opinions to people personally. But next time we're in the same area, I'll happily and calmly call you a douchebag and a liability to your face over a nice cup of coffee. I'll even pay. And I ended up by writing, God bless.
Oh, at least you said God bless. So nice.
And then now he's like trying to go back and forth with me, and I'm just ignoring
And you're like ignoring him?
I'm not yet, because he's going off on me now, and I'm not going to read all of his messages because I'm not a dick like that.
Right.
I'm only reading that's my statement, Jason. Okay? That's my statement for all of you. Kessler, Spencer, Invictus, the heel turn guys. I don't want fucking anything to do with any of you, okay? And I don't want to hear any of you say something to, those two, man, they were always just out for themselves. They never gave a platform to disenfranchised white people. Yeah, we did, but you blew it. You blew it. All of you blew it. You're all idiots. You're all retards. It was like literally like picking up a snake and having it bite you. You bit us. We're dropping you back on the ground now. I don't care if all of you are rounded up and stuffed into camps tomorrow. I don't care. I don't care. You blew it, not me.
And I like having you on our show. We had you on our show because nobody else was letting you talk, and we're like, hey, that's fucked up. That doesn't mean you're immune to criticism for doing horrendous things. I'll tell you this. I remember behind the scenes there was people that we knew when you were trying to get the whole rally thing going again, and we were hearing stuff about how you, like Mike was saying, you're trying to put permits under other people's names, and we specifically told these people, do not get permits under your name for this guy. He will take you down with him. We said it on air, okay, and we've said it several times. Just because you've been on our show doesn't make you our friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing has nothing to do with the other. Secondly, you are looking like a lunatic right now in your whole little group because of fucking Chris Cantwell and all this stupid shit that you guys are doing. You guys are dumb, all of you. And like I said, the best thing that ever happened was you completely disassociating with us because we made fun of Jovi. That's the best thing that happened. This whole sphere.
Well, that was just Invictus.
No, I know, but this whole sphere.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, and that was, again, this is what we tried to do a year ago. It wasn't just Jovi. It was a lot of things with you fucking morons. And we would try to say, this isn't good. You know, fuck you. What do you know, you old fat idiots? I don't know. Maybe the fact that we're old fat idiots.
Yeah.
And we've done old fat idiot shit for a lot longer than you. Because we've already fucking learned that lesson. So we tried to help when guys would come along and go, hey, guys, follow me. We're going to go do some gang shit. And we were like, maybe don't do that. Maybe don't do that.
Right.
You're subverting the movement. Okay, guess what? We haven't gotten any white kids thrown in jail. How many have you gotten? How many white men are now doing life in prison because of Jason Kessler? Well, I know one that's facing life in prison at least. And all of the fallout that's come out since then. So, thank you. James Rollins in the chat says, you guys had Hotep Jesus on. Doesn't make you Hoteps.
Exactly. Chad has another good point. ROTC goes to the Safe Boomer More rally, and they end up on the SPLC hate list. Avoid rallies at all costs. Exactly. Like,
that's very funny.
That's
the fucking More rally.
We went to a shitty More rally with
hardcore white supremacists.
Like, what?
So, like, yeah, we're not. This is just unbelievably funny. You know why we had you on, Jason? Because there was, at one point, this charming, bumbling nature about you. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, when somebody's just so, like, you know what you remind me of, Jason? You reminded me of, like, Mr. Magooba with 20/20 eyesight. You know what I mean? Just still bumbling, like, bumping into a fucking coat rack.
Mr. No Jew.
Mr. No Jew. And you were just kind of like this, but we felt bad for you, dude. And you were getting a lot of flack. I was seeing you getting attacked on television, and I was like, that's not right. You had plausible deniability with the first Unite the Right. You truly did. Because nobody going into Unite the Right 1 was thinking, yeah, we're going to run over some commies with a car. It was not the people weren't going, you're alt-right. Nobody was thinking that going into Unite the Right. What had transpired afterwards was a shit show. But then what did you do? You wanted to do UTR2. And even prominent people that wanted to do another rally said, Jason, let's not do that. But what did you say? No, we have to do it now on the year anniversary, or it's forever lost, or it was all for nothing. I hate to break it to you, Jason, but Fields is facing 400 years in jail. It was all for nothing. I hate to tell you that. Yep. This was all for nothing. And now you're so invested in it, you just can't let it go. So what did you do? You got I'll say it, I don't give a fuck. You got Samaria to pull it because it's public records anyway. You got Samaria to take the fucking permits out in her name, which was part of the beginning of the end of me and her because I was like trying to be nice to this young dummy.
I remember this.
Yeah, you were there for that when I was yelling at her on the phone. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you letting these assholes hustle you? You know what I mean? Like, getting some white nationalist guy who can't pull permits because he is, you know, he ran a rally where people were hurt badly and run over by cars. It's the equivalent of a dope dealer telling his girlfriend, like, yo, take this brick of cocaine and hide it under your dress, like, in case the cops come. Like, you're putting somebody else in danger because you already got fucking... Fuck you, dude. You're a predatory piece of shit. All of you are. It's this weird circle. It goes in a circle. Announce a rally, get a kid arrested, start a fucking GoFundMe, go and get them super chats. Repeat, 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 repeat. That's all it is. And eventually you're going to run out of kids to get locked up. So it's my job, and it's his job, and it's everybody with a fucking heart and a soul's job to talk those people out of associating with assholes like you. And I don't have to write you some fucking public notice before I attack you on my show. I'm sorry. But I literally, you fucking, and I've seen you on these streams hammered, drunk, threatening to fight people. Buddy, I got a drinking problem too. But I remember speaking to you about our differences. See the difference there, Jason? You were always nice to my face, except the one time I told you you're being a fucking retard. But maybe one of us had more than the other one and can't remember.
Davey Crocco, $2 super chat. They've all turned out to be snakes. No one's surprised. And Corey Galbraith says the only car that killed that fat girl was the one she took the drive-through 15 times a day.
I get it.
Let's be honest about
I get
that.
it. Look, I understand that the general consensus is that Heather Heyer died at the hand of a Newport brand automobile. But the thing is, we gotta look. I know that everybody always wants a fat bitch had a heart attack. Like, I get it, but you guys are also being spurgs when you point these things out because you're missing the point. The point here, I'm not speaking as, oh, it's not fair because she did have a heart attack. I know. I already did fucking 10 shows about James Alex Fields. I donated to the kid in jail. Did you? So no. So shut up. My point is that the official narrative is that Jason Kessler pulled permits, announced a rally, a bunch of alt-right neo-Nazis came, and somebody died. Now, we could sit here and argue semantics all day. I'd rather not, because if I have to have one more conversation about how Heather Heyer died, I will fucking kill everyone in this room. I can't do it anymore.
I'm the only other person here.
Well, I'll kill you and me and everyone.
No.
My point is, yeah, okay, you can argue, well, technically what killed her. Everyone was gathered at a place because a bunch of fucking retards can't figure out a way to win hearts and minds or fight the culture war without, I don't know, we'll have a rally and then we'll get rally and we'll have people and then people will fight other people and then we will hold press conference. Hold on, let me read some super chats. Fuck you, dude. So you can give me the whole like, that's not how she died. She died because they were all there. Bottom line. And anybody who refuses to believe that is trying to alleviate themselves of any culpability. People are allowed to gather in a street. That's not the point, faggot who filed for the permits. That's not the point. And it shows a real fucking just inhuman soullessness for somebody to hold a rally, for somebody to die at that rally and for them to still be going, not my fault. Any human being, like, do you understand if we had a fucking Revenge of the Cis get-together, like, that wasn't even political in nature, but some fight broke out between one of our fans and somebody else, and somebody got killed, we would still feel terrible. We would still acknowledge the death. There would be nights where I was up awake at night and thinking, you know, if we just hadn't even had that event, that person wouldn't have died. That's how human beings think. So I don't want to get be judged anymore or otherwise virtue signaled by these absolute and utter fucking human trash. You're scumbags. I don't care. I wipe my fucking ass with the alt-right's morals. Okay?
Justin Bentley, the Den of Vipers has been found out. Now we need good anti-venom for this shit. $5 super chat. Thank you.
Somebody in the chat said, did the fan get killed or did somebody else get killed?
It's a good point.
I would feel worse if one of our fans died.
Yeah.
Of course, I'd feel less bad if it was an outsider, but you still should feel bad if you're a fucking human being.
Hobby with the Streamlabs. Mashallah Brothers, where's Owen? And then another just Tegan donated $250 with no message. Yeah, no, I do. I remember when United to Right 2 was going on, we said on this show, nobody go to this, nobody go to this, nobody show up, don't go to this shit. Because if we've learned anything, rallies are fucking ridiculous and they're dumb. And they do nothing and they change nobody's mind.
Yeah, like if you want to go if you want to be a fag and go full siege, nobody's stopping you. But when you got to drag all these other kids into it because you're too pussy to do it yourself, well, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with, and I mean, shout out to Sway Guevara because I saw him in the chat. We had Sway Guevara on Nightwave last night, and we were talking about city folk and the tactics that they've invented over the years and how they're even used by non-city folk now. But you get these guys, and they go to these things, and they go. It's like they're controlling both sides of this thing. And it's like a guy at a bar going up to one guy and going, yo, dude, when you were outside having a cigarette, this guy over there was like, yo, Royce is a faggot. He's a fucking pussy, dude. Fuck him. I'll fuck his wife in front of him, beat his ass. And then, like, you know, you're like, really? That's fucked up. And then later on, me going up to that guy and being like, yo, so check it out. I heard that guy over there. And he was like, I'll kick his fucking ass. Dude, I don't like him. Something about his dumb face. And then eventually these two are beating the shit out of each other. And you're hand rubbing at the bar. Like, that's what happens with this. So anybody telling you that that it's a good idea to show up with, like, show up, get photographed at this thing. Let's chant Jews will not replace us.
Really
Those
ridiculous.
guys don't care about you. They don't. I'm sorry. And Jason, Invictus, Samaria, any of you guys watching this, I don't care about you. I don't. You see these people here, the people I get emails from all the time, my family, my friends, my loved ones, this dude here, that's it. I don't care about you. But you don't care about these kids you keep putting in danger. The difference is, you see how transparent I am? You see how I don't have to do a podcast where I come on and read other people's literary works for 2 hours because I don't have an original thought floating around in my head?
Leave Vox Day alone.
Well, I was leaning more towards Invictus.
I know.
Because I don't have an original thought floating around in my head, so I have to read the great works of others. Or maybe it's just that you do have some original thoughts rattling around in your head, but they're slimy and they're disingenuous, and you can't actually share them with people. Because if you did, they'd go, wow, what a complete piece of narcissistic shit. So you got to keep all that bottled up. So instead, you guys do all these fucking streams where you go, well, you know, I feel like classical fascism versus the modern equivalent. Let's turn it, we got to revolt against the modern world. Hey, let's talk about Ebola for 5 more hours. Let's bring Dingo Southern on and put everyone to fucking sleep. It's because you guys, if you just took one moment like me and Royce do every day, look at the camera and tell people how you feel, you'd probably drop dead on camera. So, for all you pieces of shit that have tried to call us out for being, divisive? What's the other word? We're feds.
Crypto Jews.
Crypto Jews. We're here to harm the movement. To you, I say, fuck you, because we never were the movement. This is our movement. And our movement is now thriving, and yours is going to die a horrible death. And you guys did it to yourselves because you couldn't be honest with your audience because you're not real people. You're all scumbags.
They're not people?
Good luck. Good luck on the fundraisers. That's it. I'm fucking done with these assholes.
Anti-Zeitgeist, $10 super chat. Unite the Right to Asperger's Boogaloo. All right. Told you, 20 minutes.
Why are you coming after the movement? Because it's not my movement. You understand?
I know.
That's like somebody saying to me, why are you attacking Islam? Because I'm not Muslim. I don't care. And I want them all out of this country. That's why. Fuck. Like, you don't think if I have my choice, if I could get rid of, if we could get rid of some certain things, a couple city folk, couple Arab, whatever, you don't think as soon as that was all said and done, I wouldn't immediately turn my attention on you Spurgs and want to try to figure out some pretense to get you the fuck out of here too? Tired of this, man. Tired of these people. Fucking a year and a half of moral judgments from a bunch of trailer park dwelling degenerates who are still stealing. They're still stealing from each other and lying about each other. And they're still... Dude, I watched people defending Cantwell last night.
Oh, I know. Oh, I saw that
He's
too.
a fucking good dude, bro. Like, and then
seen it.
I'm watching the heel turn people. Cantwell's a scumbag, but our guys are good people, bro. And I'm like, you could all die in a fire in Minecraft tomorrow. And I would literally barely look up from the newspaper. I just sit having a cup of coffee. And everybody in the alt-right died in a fucking lithium fire yesterday. I would just look up and go, huh?